Yo, what's up? Yes, what's next is complicated.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to Complicated Discord. As always, your boy Dex.
JacobiJones.
Your boy Alexander Benedict.
Miss Nice Nancy.
And today we are joined by the very talented Miss Amber Tiller, the host of FithyMouthPodcast. And Amber, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little about yourself and your show?
Hey guys, my name is Amber. I'm from Jersey. I just started podcasting. I'm coming up on a year. It's been fun. I've met Des, we've networked, and I'm ready. We are ready to do this episode and just deliver. I'm ready to bring the positive vibes and just inspire and encourage people.
Hey, before we go any further, do me a favor. Let everyone know where they can find your show.
Yes, you can find it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, your favorite podcast platform. You'll be able to find Filthy Mouth Podcast.
And as always, the information will be linked below.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get jumped into this. Anyone drinking today? And if so, what are we drinking?
I got some tea.
What kind of tea you got? What kind of tea? Last week, Jacobi had chamomile. What you got?
I got some green tea. I got some green tea with a squeeze of honey. That's all.
All right.
You know, honestly, I have this is tea. This is Earl Grey, Uncle Earl, with some whiskey and some Sprite.
Oh, so basically you drinking Jack tea. Gotcha. How about you, Christy? What you got?
Good old water, honey. Good old water.
Hey, Pete, we all know that you're grounded downrange, but you got anything at all? Apple juice, cocoa, anything?
Nah, I'm sans drink today.
Got you a joke? Okay. Well, as long as you keep it hydrated down there, because I know it's hot as hell.
Right?
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and jump straight into this. We're going to start off with the Audacity. Instead of having the video today, what I have is a picture. And I'm gonna share this picture. And from looking at the picture, can anyone guess what this is about?
He cute.
Oh, okay.
You're studying?
You know I like the egg roll, girl. He cute.
He looks uncomfortable.
Little buck tooth, but he cute.
All right.
That's the only thing I could think about is that he's meeting up with his study group. There's a pen and paper, a book.
Well.
No, I think he's on a date.
This picture is of an Asian man named Mr. Takashi Miyagawa. He's 39. And the reason this man he's the Audacity this week is because Mr. Miyagawa was recently arrested for, to put it simply, being a fuckboy, apparently. What he was doing was he was alleged to be dating over 35 women in a scam to get birthday presents. So he would date them, say, hey, my birthday is coming up, what you gonna give me? Or this is what I want. And then he would get the money and then move on with life. But of course, he would promise them, serious relationships, marriage, and so on and so forth. But he was all saying this, not to get the ass, but to get the cash.
And he got arrested?
He got arrested. Apparently what it was, he did it for over, 35 women. And what happened are the women decided to form a victims group and they went to the police because what happened is he ended up getting, over 100,000 yen from them.
They should have formed an idiot group. They ain't no victims. They idiots. That's their problem.
This was all in Japan. So, the rules are a little different. I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of siding with homeboy because just like Jacobi said, if you're dumb enough to, fall into that trap, then, hey.
And he is cute, but I want to see what the dick do though, because I ain't giving up gifts and shit. He has some real gullible bitches because you ain't getting presents from me and I ain't got the dick yet. It's just not happening.
No, yeah, I think it's bogus to be upset or try to still get someone arrested because they weren't faithful to you only and you bought them presents. I think that's so stupid. I actually heard about this, Dex, but I did not know that's what the guy looked like. So I saw or I read the news clipping that this guy did get arrested or got prosecuted for it. And I just thought it was a bogus charge. women or men, whomever buys a gift, no one told you or forced you to put a gun to your head to buy a gift. You bought those gifts and he, you know what I mean? Like he asked other women and they bought it and asked other women and they bought it. So how is he responsible? How is that scamming? I don't think that's scamming. He came up.
You know what? I think Japan is setting bad precedents because now you have all these hoes in America talking about this nigga lied to me, arrest his ass.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that is a possibility.
I ain't here for it because we've already established.
Very true.
I believe in lying to these hoes for some cheeks. So
Exactly. What are we gonna do now? Start arresting people because you lied and I thought I was your girlfriend and you're smashing somebody else? Give me a break. No.
I mean, but he ain't got no friends. He ain't got no family to buy him gifts to get some money. Like,
I don't hate the hustle though. I don't hate the hustle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't hate the hustle.
Like I said last week or whenever the week it was, females will sit down and give you old vagina for a new handbag. This man was handing out lies for all kinds of birthday gifts.
Vagina.
I'm here for it.
Wait a minute. Old vagina.
But like the same vagina that they've been giving all year they want to give for Valentine's Day. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, you pretty much give me the carbon. You know what it's like? I don't know if you guys ever seen that show where people they're extremely cheap and frugal. The one girl would steal her family's like purses and their bags and their sneakers and then give it back to them on Christmas. Like, here you go, Merry Christmas. And they're like, bitch, you ain't, this is what I have. I've been looking for this. She's like, yeah, now you happy you got it back. That's the equivalent to me. Like, here's vagina. I had this yesterday. Can we upgrade? We gonna
the funny thing is I don't feel that way about dick. That's interesting to me that you say old vagina because I don't feel that way about old dick unless the dick is like attached to a 70-year-old person. No, but it just made me think, does dick get old?
Well, guys don't give dick as presents though.
Yeah.
Girl, I get dick as presents all the time.
That's because you a hoe. Well, you a hoe, Jacobi.
I would take dick as a present. I would.
Y'all the type of motherfuckers dudes need to meet every year for Valentine's Day. Dick.
But see, I think that's because I'm freaky like that. And yeah.
But let's jump into what are we all drinking? I already did that already, didn't I?
You're drunk already, I see. You were drinking before.
A little bit. Don't judge me.
Okay.
It's always Sunday morning. Girl, you better give me the hiccups. Oh, shit.
Now, you know what? Speaking of fuckboys, that leads down to our first topic. Fuckboys and what are they good for? Mm-hmm. Before we venture into that, though, would anyone care to give their definition of a fuckboy? For the audience. Okay, Jacobi. All right, good, you got it.
Raise your hand to quick, Jacobi.
You know what though? I thought about this in depth, not from personal life experience.
Bullshit.
Shut up. I got the hiccups and shit. You know I'm lying, right?
Exactly.
Shit. I think a fuckboy is someone it's not to me, right? Someone that you fucking with that ain't shit. Oh, damn, I got the hiccups. That's my definition of a fuckboy. Someone you're fucking with and they ain't shit.
You know what the definition is? I just looked it up. It's a man who has casual sexual partners who only technically really cares about himself.
Oh, yeah.
A weak or contemptible man.
Yeah, I was gonna say a fuckboy is usually someone who just don't want something
serious.
Sister. That's all. He's just having fun.
Yeah.
Then if that's the case, if it's just fun, are they necessarily a bad thing?
Yes, mentally.
Now it depends.
No.
The woman or man,
Well, I guess it would depend on if they're lying to you or if they're being honest with you. If they're saying, "Hey, I just want to have fun," or "Hey, I love you," bang, 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 disappear. But I love you, or just be honest and say, "Hey,
Jacobi, I feel like your hiccups are giving away a lot of your base instincts. I feel like that's your thing. Hey, I love you, bang, bang, bang. All right, so listen, I got something I gotta go do. I forgot that I had to go pick up my niece, so I'll meet you at the restaurant. Order me something. I'll meet you there. Then he's on to Atlanta.
Oh, tell my life, Dex. Tell my life.
And you know what? You might not understand this, Amber, but that is legitimately a true story. That happened. I'm not making this up.
Ow!
I did it. That was what, remember Amber, when we met, I told you I moved to Atlanta and I went to Chamblee High School. I went to Chamblee High School. During that moment, I was seeing somebody that fucked with my heart, and it was revenge, and I basically told him to meet me at a restaurant and we could make up and get back together. And then I jumped on a plane and left, and I never met him at the restaurant.
For those who don't know, Jacobi gives a master class.
You know what? I've done the same thing. I've done the same thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Amber. Repeat it.
Shit. You gave me the hiccups,
I've done the same
Christy.
thing as Jacobi.
You've done it too? Oh my God, you guys are terrible. I've been nothing but...
Wait. Time out. So women can be fuck boys?
Fuck girls.
Can that, is that?
Yes. Yeah, because you got to understand, women want it just as much as men do.
I've been saying that.
Yeah.
I've been saying that.
Christy, I need you, Christy. Christy, I need you.
I only deal with
because Christy in the same boat.
I just deal with those boys for one purpose and one purpose only, when I want to be entertained. But I know what their potential is, none. So I have no expectations.
Amen, girl.
Again,
I wish I had your knowledge 5 years ago.
Listen, and again, this is from the woman who got a husband and a wife. You go ahead, girl. You go ahead with your bad self.
What can I say? But yeah, so that's I won't classify myself that I was the opposite of a fuckboy, but I make my intentions very clear. You know, like we had this conversation last week about friends with benefits or just hookup partners or whatever. I think with fuckboys though, it takes it to a whole nother level. When someone says that someone is a fuckboy, in my eyes, basically, you know what I mean, not taking care of the responsibilities, playing women, lying, just being sneaky, not being upfront. You know, fuckboys is just, to me, just grungy people.
Yeah, but we all have our fuckboy days, you know. For myself and most likely Pete, it was while we were in the military. Pete, when he was at Fort Hood, because that's where all the male hoes go.
That's where all his stories come from, is Fort Hood. So
basically, what I'm to understand here are fuckboys and fuckgirls have a place in today's society.
Yeah.
Everyone has a place in society. Yeah, they will find somebody to scam and be a sucker. So yeah, of course.
You know.
Yeah. But so wait a minute. Do you think that Asian dude was a fuckboy?
Yes.
Yeah.
The epitome of it. Yeah. But you know what? Like I said, I respect the hustle. Had I thought
But you know what though? It didn't say he was sleeping with these women.
It don't matter.
Hiccups. It didn't say he was sleeping with them. It just said that he got presents from him and went on dates.
You don't have to fuck to be a fuckboy.
I think you do have to fuck to be a fuckboy. It's called fuckboy.
It means you want some. It means you want some fuck shit.
No, not necessarily.
He fucked the shit.
I don't agree. I don't agree with none of y'all.
Hold on. And Pete has a point. Technically, he did fuck them. Maybe not in the physical aspect, but in the metaphorical aspect. It's kind of like motherfucker Jones from Horrible Bosses.
Well, you know what? They got fucked some kind of way because they was mad enough to file a suit against it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I'm appalled that shit really happened. Like, it makes me.
I can't believe he got arrested. Poor thing. I want to bail little Mei Ling out.
Well, go ahead and send me for him then. Shit.
No, I like the egg roll.
How though? How would you explain that on a job application? It says you were arrested here for fraud. Yeah, I was banging 35 chicks and I made them buy me presents. So I lied to these hoes.
Was the charge fraud?
It was. Yeah, the charge was fraud.
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
again, I don't think it's fraud. Like, so you're telling me now you're going to charge people for lying?
Right.
All he did was lie.
Right. And did he lie though? Was his birthday really? His birthday wasn't coming.
No, his birthday was. I think his birthday was November 10th, and he was telling them all kinds of dates closer to dating them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Shit.
Right. Right. Listen,
Christy, you gave me the hiccups, girl. I can't get rid of it.
Hold on. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
If you get locked up for lying, then it's a couple people I need to start charging.
Hey, don't get cops my way, man. Listen, don't get me in no trouble.
Dex and his 27 kids, you should be locked up a long time ago.
And you know what? Majority of them I lied to make them. So don't you judge me.
I believe you. I believe that. Now that I believe.
Look, is the hiccup still there?
I don't like
it. The girl, they still here.
Mm.
And they won't go away until I lay down with Pete in the late night hour.
There you go, Pete. Hold on. And on today's Love Connection, Pete, what are you saying? Are you going to accept his proposal?
You gonna get me in trouble, Jacobi. All right, though.
But moving on. So here's the thing. A lot of the times, usually you'll end up, most people will end up dealing with fuckboys/fuck girls right when they're out of the relationship. It's kind of like, bro, I've been locked down for 2 years. Now I'm available to be a hoe. I'm about to go find everything that I can fuck, suck, and do all kind of filthy things with, which at the end of the day ends up with a rebound. Now, a lot of people have different opinions on rebounds. Some feel like they're bad. Some feel like they're good. What do you guys think on rebounds? Do you think rebounds are a toxic thing, or are they necessarily needed to help you get over the pain of what may have been a very, very, I guess, bad breakup or a bad relationship, or just getting over a previous relationship?
It depends on the dick.
Jacobi, you a hoe. You a hoe. Like every time I think you're not a hoe, you say some hoe shit.
It depends on the dick, because there have been times where I've had like not rebound. I'm not a rebound person. I emotionally feel like having sex with someone else does nothing for me to discombobulate the love connection I had with you to help me get through that process. But I have had some dick that has made me be like, this motherfucker don't matter no more. Like, he just don't matter no more. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like you feel that before you got the dick, though. The thing is, rebounds don't necessarily help you cut feelings. A lot of the times, they're just a distraction from what you're going through at that point in time until you can find someone else that completely takes your mind off of the fucked up situation.
Yeah, for about 60 seconds to possibly 20 minutes.
20 minutes? You asking for a lot.
Oh, yeah, of course. But everybody is not strong enough for everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
In what way?
I mean, rebounds could be anything. You could look for your one and only somebody in a rebound, or you could just be, drowning the pain away with dick or pussy or whatever your preference is. But
say dick again. I like the way you say dick. Say it again. Oh,
Jesus.
But I don't think a rebound is necessarily a bad or good thing. I think a rebound is just that. I mean, I've gotten into rebound relationships hoping for it to grow to something else, and it just never did. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on, Pete. You said you've gotten into them hoping for them to grow. So hold on, let me just kind of understand this. Are you saying when you first met them and you're like, okay, this is going to be a rebound, you were hoping that it would evolve beyond that? Or did you start to mess with them and then eventually say, you know what? I can see this going somewhere? Because there's a difference.
No, that's how I go into a relationship. If I go in open hoping it will grow, and if it don't grow, I go.
Hold on. So hold on.
I feel the same way about dick. If it don't grow, I go. I'm out.
So, but wait a minute. Let me ask a question though. How long after a breakup is it considered a rebound period?
You know what? That's the thing. I feel like at that point, it depends, because you could have a rebound 6 months after. If you were still emotionally invested and still going through the pain of that breakup, then anything that you jump into after that to help you kind of get over that is technically a rebound. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guess that situation might kind of change from time to time. If, say, for example, Chris, I'm going to use an example. Say you and your husband got a divorce, let's say 2 weeks from now, right? And 6 months from now, you're still hurt at the whole situation, but we've known each other for a while. You might decide, you know what? I like him. I'm still kind of hurt, but I will mess with him because I see eventually us building. Or it might just be, hey, look, I'm hurt. I want to. It's kind of like Monsters Ball. I think it is. Do something to make me feel good. You might just want to feel good. So you might just jump into whatever's available at that point in time. But at the end of the day, that's kind of going into a relationship on rocky grounds in the first place, because you didn't get with that person because you liked who they are. You got with that person because of what kind of dick they could sling towards you.
Yeah, no, I can't relate. What was you going to say, Jacob?
I can't relate. No, not that you and your husband were a rebound, but you you met your husband in the same way of what Pete, you spoke about this before on the show, but the same way Pete was saying, like, I just go to meet somebody and see if it grows. That's how you and your husband met. You just casually met, but then you fell in love.
Yeah, and he wasn't like a rebound. And this is the thing.
He wasn't a rebound, yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though, is that whenever I've broken up with anybody in the past, like when we break up, honey, I'm on the market 30 seconds later. So I have been known to like break up today and I'm already on a date tomorrow. I don't care how long we've been together. It's just how I operate.
Wow, really? I'm not that way.
It's not because I'm looking for emotional replacement or I'm not. Usually when breakups happen, you already know that breakup has been brewing to happen. So for me, I already have closure when the breakup happens. So I'm ready to move on. You
a good one, girl. Your mental health is good because my weak ass.
Ruthless.
This right I'll be here in a corner.
That's how super villains are created right there. That's how super villains are created. It's kind of like we broke up yesterday and you already dating John of the block. You motherfucker. We was together for 8 years. That's what I can. You know what? I'm killing everyone in the building. Fuck this. Nope. Ain't nobody gonna be happy.
Surprise. Whose long-term breakup is a surprise?
I actually agree with you, Christy.
No, I agree with you too. I'm just still healing.
Some breakups are surprising.
Yeah, that's what therapy's for.
I'm surprised many people with a breakup when they call me and I'm like, who is this? On my phone. Where are you calling?
Okay.
Okay,
so
as a matter of fact,
hold on,
I have a
Pete.
question for you guys.
I'm sorry, say it again, Amber. We couldn't hear you.
I have a question for you guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have a question for you guys. Were you ever aware that you were the rebound or?
I have been aware that I was the rebound. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm getting cheeks. I don't care.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? I prefer to be the rebound because I don't got to explain anything later on.
I dribbled the fuck out of that. Business. Yeah, I dribbled the fuck out of that booty.
2 nickels, none of the waiting. I don't even got to take you out on the date.
Yeah. Rebound.
I know that I've been a rebound, Amber. I don't know if I ever was someone's rebound. I don't know.
How do you not help me understand this, Christy? Because how are you prepared? You're mentally prepared for the breakup and you're aware that that's coming. But how are you not mentally aware that I'm being a rebound right now?
When she's talking about being a rebound, is it saying?
Oh no, we lost Amber. I think her phone died.
Oh, crapiola.
But go. I want to hear this, Christy.
Yeah, we could come back. Go ahead, Christy.
Okay. So the reason I'm not, so when I'm thinking I'm somebody's rebound, that means someone ended a relationship that Pete broke up with his girlfriend. And now Pete and I are dating, hypothetically speaking, right? Then I know that I'm Pete's rebound. I wouldn't know if I'm Pete's rebound or not. If Pete told me that his last relationship was yesterday and we're just talking, we're just getting to know each other kind of thing, I know that mentally he more likely is not ready to be in a serious relationship. So that's not my expectation. We're hanging out. So I'm not his rebound. We are hanging out and we're entertaining each other. That's my take on that.
But what if his take is that you're the rebound?
That could be his take, honey, but that don't mean that we're doing anything.
I get what you're saying. Well, you don't have to have sex to be a rebound. You could just go on a date. But I get what you're saying though. What I'm taking away is that he can be doing whatever he wants to do, but in my head, I know that you know what I mean? Like I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So this is the thing. For me, I could move on and date someone else. And when I say date, that don't mean that I see long-term potential relationship. So if someone tells me they just got out of a relationship, that would be stupid of me to think that they're ready, that person is ready for a relationship, especially if their relationship has been 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years. How do I all of a sudden think now that this man or this woman is emotionally prepared to move on and be in a relationship with me?
I beg to differ on that one, Christy.
What's your take on it?
I would say, because this is how I feel. Honestly, I feel the default for humans is truth. So subconsciously we can't lie. We could try, but we don't. Mm-hmm. So the trick is to read the signs. Mm-hmm. If you read the signs and he is still invested, or he or she is still invested in the old relationship, or they haven't moved on, yes, looking for a long-term relationship might not be in the cards for that relationship. So with that being said, you have to step outside of the relationship and look at it like, hey, is this something that I should start investing in or just see where it goes? You know what I'm saying?
So Pete, that goes back to what my line is always, right? What is my line that I always say? It's the conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
it's a conversation.
But it's not just the conversation though. I mean, you got to look at like the little subtle things like is the person willing to be in the relationship? Is he really, I mean, not be in the relationship, but is he investing his time or their time?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Is he are they being attentive or, you know, just the subtle things, just little subtle things. And these are the things you need to look out for.
No,
You know
I'm sorry. If someone tells me that they're not ready emotionally for a relationship, if they come over and they're consistent with, you know, being present, being there for my emotional needs and fixing my washer, my dryer, loading things, doing things, I still have to hear that person's words in regards to their actions. You know what I mean? That's how things are still being confused that, oh, okay, this is subtle things, but the subtle things is what makes people end up, you know what I mean, setting themselves up for their feelings being hurt. Because yes, I did all of these subtle things, but that I still said verbally, I don't want a relationship right now. Whose fault is that?
Oh, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back.
My phone ran high. Yeah.
Okay. See, I think what we're all mistaking here, which I don't know, maybe it's just me here. I kind of feel like you guys are explaining things that rebounds don't get. You know, like anytime I have had a rebound or I have been a rebound, it's usually always a fuck buddy situation. You call me, you get some dick, and you move on about your business. I have never been a rebound to where we were hanging out and watching movies and fixing washers and dryers. I don't know what kind of relationship shit y'all been doing. It sounds to me like y'all been jumping out of one relationship into another.
Dex, you got 27 kids. You have been a rebound before.
No, I see what you're saying, Dex.
I didn't. Yeah, real quick. I haven't said, Jacobi, I didn't say I wasn't a rebound. I'm just saying a lot of the stuff that Pete and Christy are talking about doesn't say, that sounds like relationship shit. It's like you're trying to build with someone. If I'm a rebound or I have a rebound, I'm not trying to build with anyone. I'm trying to drop off some dick and move on to the next one. My personal opinion. I'm sorry, Christy, go ahead.
Say dick again. Just say dick one more time.
Easy.
So no, this is the thing, is that a rebound for me is when you're using someone to get over someone else, right? And what my explanation was, Amber, I'm sorry, because you had cut out, was that in my opinion, it has to be a conversation, right? And I don't know that I was ever a rebound for someone, because logically, if I meet a man or a woman who's just gotten out of a relationship, I would not expect them to be emotionally prepared. So I would not set myself up for that disappointment, but it would lead a conversation to be had. Hey, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Pete, however, said that he disagreed, and Pete stated his point. If a guy that I am dating comes over, and when I say dating, it does not mean relationship. Dating does not mean commitment. Even if you're having sex after a relationship has ended yesterday or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, people, you fit into whatever category that you choose to fit in if you're going to be that person's rebound. Do you see what I'm saying?
So if I'm not sure if I'm understanding you correctly, are you saying because you choose or you don't identify as a rebound in your personal mind that you are not a rebound?
What I'm saying is that I am not a rebound if someone that I'm dating is my friends with benefits, even after they're done with that relationship. It doesn't matter to me, because I'm not classifying myself as a rebound. That's just another person with friends with benefits or a hookup partner that I have.
But see, that's you not classifying yourself. In reality,
he classifies it,
or even not what you classify, or he classifies there's always like you, him, perception. And then like the perception of what the world would see. The world could still see. Not saying what matters. Not saying what the world's opinion matters, but I'm saying, if the world like could view it as that is the concept of a rebound, you know what I mean? But I do agree with you, Chrissy, like the way you're thinking is good for mental health. So, because bitch, I wish I had your thoughts 5 years ago.
You ain't mentally healthy today. I feel like you need to have these thoughts now as well.
Say dick again. Just say dick again.
But I really do feel like if everything is just communicated in the beginning, there will be no such thing as a rebound or a fuck boy or a fuck girl. And like, you can even call us fuck girls because women are more likely to tell you what it is and what it ain't. And a guy is just going to assume.
A guy will lie.
Damn right we
will lie.
Damn right we will.
Women,
but here's the thing.
Most women won't lie unless you're savages such as Christy. And
Christy has shown us that she's been just a savage.
I love you, Christy. You my favorite person on the show.
All right, but here's the thing, because I've done it before. I've lied to get cheeks, which I consider to be a fuckboy move.
I know.
So I could tell you what you want to hear, and we're communicating, but it's more of a I'm telling you what you want to hear.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, being deceitful. Let's just say that being deceitful in your communication. Yeah.
Listen, being deceitful is a very important part of growing up and learning how to protect yourself in today's day and age. Okay.
You know what's deceitful?
Is the way of life.
You know what's deceitful? Christy's titties on the show right now. That's deceitful.
What titties? What titties? What titties are you talking about, sir?
Don't do her. They look good.
Jacobi, you're not supposed to notice titties. You don't like them anyway.
You don't know me. You don't know me, Dex. Over there looking like a milk.
To not harp on this too long, let me just end this with saying this. I have been a rebound in the past. I'm fairly positive of it. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of here for it because I kind of feel like if I'm good enough to be a rebound, you telling me either I look good enough or I got good enough dick. Either way, it's a win for me. I bust a nut. I think it's a win for me. I have had rebounds.
It's the you look good enough.
I'm okay with this. Listen, whatever. I don't care what. At the end of the day, I still win. Understand? A win is a win. Keep that in mind. If we're fucking and I come first, then I won that race. A win is a win.
We already know you're selfish, Dex. We get it.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you.
Nah, y'all could miss me with the rebounds.
That is hurtful. You guys are just hurtful. Y'all.
I'm gonna call you later, Pete. I'm gonna call you later.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, now the thing is, usually even after these situations happen, you'll have a rebound, right? And then sometimes while you're on the rebound or with the rebound, you'll meet someone that you kind of like. You're like, oh man, this dude is kind of dope, or this girl is kind of dope. But instead of ending the fuckboy relationship, you guys will stay messing with the fuckboy and leave the other guy kind of on standstill. He'll be on hold, like, I want to see if this nigga really worth me stop getting this decent dick for whatever he got to offer, you know? Or you'll be talking to 2 or 3 other person and then have the other person on standby. Basically, what I'm trying to ask is, how do you guys feel about having a standby or having someone or being the someone's second choice? Me, I'm not gonna have it. If I ain't first choice, I'm out. I'm arrogant that way.
Let me ask you this: how do you know?
How do I know?
How do you know if you're someone's first, second, or 15th choice? How do you know? So this boils down to you having to just know your worth, accept who you are, own your space,
Jacobi,
and
here's the thing.
Lay that dick down.
Jacobi, you're always telling me how narcissistic I am, right? And this is gonna feed into that. If I'm talking to you and like I can't get a hold, like if I hit you up 3 times and you don't hit me back up, I feel like, you know what? I'm good. I'm out. I'm good. I don't got time to waste.
I can't take anything serious that you say because your shirt says tacos and tequila.
Bruh.
I co-sign it. I like tacos. I like tequila. What do you want me to tell you?
Me too. So when we going on a date?
Jacobi, again, you see, this is the type of shit I be talking about. Jacobi trying to get people liquored up. He's trying to do what Chrystal did. He's trying to find him a new husband.
Right. I'm trying to Christy you. That's the new thing. I'm trying to Christy you.
Look, the market is always, always look at the menu. Doesn't mean I'm ordering anything, just in case I get hungry later. But
I'm ordering.
This is what I have to say about this real quick about Dex's question. Dex, I think that question applies like to where you are in life and age and maturity, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's what it is for me. Like maybe some of these questions, my answer may have been differently when I was like 22, 21 maybe, but I'm 40. So it's like, I don't know. I just, my frame of mind is so different. You know what I mean?
Them titties 22 though, girl. Them titties still 22. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. And I see what you, because I'm 24. So you guys lived a lot more life than me. You got a lot more experience than me. I'm still figuring it out.
A lot. Hold on. Was that a jab? Was that a jab? A lot.
What I just heard is y'all niggas is old, and I'm
right.
Like,
right?
Fuck you.
Right.
That's fucked up.
No, that's not what I mean.
You're a guest. I'm just
and no, you're absolutely right. You're 24 right. And you're just starting out. And like definitely you have a lot of living to do. And I was not this wise when I was 23, 24. I could tell you that right now.
You know what though?
Years.
Real quick, I don't know about it being wise though. Because you'll meet someone, you guys will start talking, and sometimes that person's personality is enough to get you enamored with them. And you're like, oh my God, this is great. We go
enamored or bamboozled?
Same difference. You can be enamored, but you could also be bamboozled. They're not mutually exclusive to each other.
More than likely bamboozled.
The point is, you could no. Hold on, it doesn't have to do with bamboozled though. You can meet someone and love their personality, but that person could be like, hey, you know what? I like her, but at the same time, I'm waiting on this one. I've been waiting for like 6 years now. At the end of the day, you can't necessarily say you were treated wrongly, but you don't know how these things will happen, how it'll affect you. That could happen at 24 or 40.
I was just about to say, as a 24-year-old, Amber, what is your perspective
on, as in like relationships and just getting to know people and dating?
Yeah, are you okay with being a second choice?
Yeah, that's second choice.
No, I've been a second choice too long, too many times. So at this point in my life, I'm just like looking for stability. I think we're all in like an energy of just finding like commitment. But a lot of people always say, oh, this generation don't know how to date. They don't know how to interact. But nobody's really actually doing the effort to get to know people or...
Well, you know what has, I think, hindered that is social media and dating apps and the internet, because people don't have to physically interact as much as they used to. You don't have to go out and meet someone. You can sit there and meet someone.
Jacobi, let me go ahead and prove a quick point here. Who here has had either a Tinder or a Grindr account?
Say dick again. Say dick again. That's all.
I've had a Tinder, not a Grindr.
Pete.
I did plenty of
things. I found out what Grindr was in a bad way. I didn't know Grindr was
in a bad way. I need to hear this story in a bad way.
Well, no,
because I was who I gotta fight.
Here's what happened. Like I started downloading. I was like downloading POF, Tinder, and I downloaded Grindr, and I was like, oops, delete.
I feel like that happened when you saw your first dick. You were like, "Hold on a sec. Whoa, that's a weird looking vagina. Let me."
That's how
one. Okay, I'm good.
Me and Dex met on Grindr. That's how we became friends.
Jacobi,
I'm not surprised.
It's the truth. It's the truth, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Only in Hawaii, Jacobi. No one is supposed to know about that. That was our secret.
Wait, I don't know what Grindr is. What is Grindr? I know Tinder, but I don't know what Grindr is.
Tinder is a gay Grindr.
Grindr's a gay Tinder.
Grindr is a gay Tinder, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I didn't know Tinder was for gay people only. Okay, yeah. So I've never been on Grindr.
Grindr's for gay.
Grindr's, yeah. Grindr's a gay Tinder.
Okay.
I will say, I didn't want to make this known to the viewers. I still got the hiccups. I'm single. And I'm not on Grindr. I'm a good, wholesome young man. Just waiting to be swooped up.
Remember, that's HOESOME. Wholesome young man.
Just waiting to be swooped up.
So check this out. So, in my early 20s, I was in a committed relationship. It went bad, and after like X amount of years, so I'm now in my early 30s, and I feel like fuck it. I'm just go out there. So like I said, I started downloading all these apps and whatnot, and I didn't mind playing number two. Because at that point, I kind of was looking for the rebound. You know what I'm saying? I got out this long distance, this long lasting relationship bad. I got out of it terribly. And I wanted to feel something. I mean, I don't want to be by myself. So I didn't care being number 2.
And that's fair. That's a whole nother space. I get what you're saying.
But
You understand you're okay with.
I was like, nah, this ain't for me. Being number 2, nah, I want more.
Hey, Pete.
Right. And that's a whole nother space too.
Pete, let me ask you something. Was it that you wanted to feel something, you just wanted to be with someone, or, and this has been for me, this is my experience, it's always been like, yo, I've been kind of like a dog on the chain for the past 6 years. Now you about to let me off the chain. I'm about to catch every bitch in the neighborhood.
Well, that's because you're a piece of shit.
No,
and
I hate it. It's long for being somebody's second choice. You gotta know.
No.
Speak the truth, Amber. Speak the truth. You was a second choice for 6 years.
That's not what I meant. I was responding to Pete saying when he got out of a relationship.
Here's the thing.
He wanted to be with someone.
To answer your question, when I was in the long relationship, I used to get accused for cheating. And I used to hate that because I was like, man, if I was cheating, why haven't I gotten all this pussy? So like now that I'm free, I'm finna get all the pussy I can, like hands down till my dick fall off.
And that's what I meant. You weren't trying to be with someone. You wanted to put your penis in a warm hole. Any hole would do.
Yeah, I wanted to feel what cheating feel like without the cheating.
God, any hole will do. Jesus Christ.
No, I have standards.
So wait a minute. I have a question.
Huh?
I have a question for clarification. When you're talking about being second choice or second option, what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean, like you're
a side dude, side piece. Not
even necessarily
a fuck boy.
No, not even necessarily a side piece. I mean, you're here, you want to be with someone, but they're hanging on to someone else. It's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna be with you if this person doesn't want to be with me.
Okay,
I got you.
I've been there.
You're bringing up old wounds for me, Dex. You're bringing up old wounds.
Listen, we've all been there. Oh, I know I've been there. I refuse to let it happen again. I will, because you know what? Here's my thing. I was willing to move into a whole nother state to be with someone. They were like, yeah, but why don't you come here? And I'm like, but that's where the side dude is. Yeah, but we could try to make it work. So you want me to move back there without...
Oh, so they were honest.
What you say, Jacobi?
They were honest. They told you, I want you to move here.
They were honest after they got pregnant by the side nigga.
Oh. You sure it wasn't yours? Because you got 27
I'm sure it wasn't mine. All my kids look like me.
That don't mean that some of them don't.
No.
So I look like the other guy, then I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If I
So Amber, what have you had this experience?
Have somebody having a baby on me? Yeah.
No. Have you had the experience of being what was this again? The second option.
She said she was. She's been a second.
Oh, yeah.
She's been a standby too
I've
much.
always been second choice. I've always been an option. So
why?
But you can.
Why?
I don't know. And I think that's only because, like, guys just be playing the field, and like when they come to me, they don't be ready for what I'm giving, and they'll still be dealing with somebody else in the midst of it. But when they realize I'm not gonna stick around for it, that's when they want to start dropping everybody. So like, it's never like, oh, I met you, I'ma fuck with you and you only. It's always like another girl involved before. Yeah.
All right, and Christy, what tools can you give her to avoid this?
Oh, wait a minute.
Conversation. That's what she always says.
Work.
Help me, listen.
I'm Dr. Phil right now.
Listen to me. I'm sitting here and I'm trying not to be in work mode to go into a session.
Do it, girl. Do it.
No, because when I hear Amber speaking, I'm asking if you're saying that you're always like, what do you think you're doing wrong in picking?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
These type of men or women to be around. I'm sorry, I don't know your sexual preference orientation, but I'm just saying that it makes me question. Have you sat back and thought, wait a minute,
what am I doing to
attract this? Common
attract
denominator of behavior. So what is it about me?
Yeah, okay, so that's what I had to do. So I took like a year, or it's been 2 years since I've been single. I just met someone that I've really been like praying for, basically. I had to make a whole list of what I want, and he just showed up. So
no, he didn't. He didn't just show up. You manifested it.
Exactly. He didn't just show up, but it felt like it. That's how wild it was.
I don't
2 years.
People, because there's not a secret build a bitch workshop out there.
Pete, first of all, why the fuck are you so excited about her, Pete? Because don't act like I'm not here on the show watching you right now.
I'm sorry, Jacobi, you are beautiful.
Sit the fuck back and relax.
Hold
and
on,
I will talk to
hold
you
on.
when we
you
get
are
home.
Beautiful, but 2 years showered down. Oh my God.
Yeah. And that 2 years is good because evidently you had to work on yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're prepared for this that you've been manifesting. Now you're prepared. I'm hoping you are prepared, that you prepared yourself mentally, spiritually, and all of that.
Let me ask you a question.
For the blessing you have now.
Really quick. I will say, in Amber's defense, not all the time is it the person they're choosing. Sometimes the game has just gotten more sophisticated. Niggas is getting a little smarter than the average bear. They learn how to trick and scheme their way into some cheeks. I say that because on the come up, when I was back in my days, I had to kind of elevate the way I would talk to different women. Like, it's not always the person's fault. Like, you're not always choosing the wrong person, because you'll have guys that'll watch you in a shitty relationship and be like, you know what? I'm gonna act like the better nigga. And then when she give me some cheeks, I'm gonna dip out.
Way into some cheeks.
And I also learned you attract different guys on the way you look. So like, I recently just cut my hair. So compared to the guys that I had when I had hair, and then I got the short hair,
let me tell you,
different. I'm seeing the difference of the guys I attract.
How short did you cut it?
I learned this because I used to have the long hair, like really long hair. And I learned from the moment of like having long hair to like the moment of cutting it off, you just attract different people. You just, you really do. I remember there was this dude that I didn't know was on the down low, and I chopped all my hair off, and he saw me like 2 days after I chopped it off, and he came to me, he's like, why'd you do that? What am I gonna pull on when I decide to come take you home one night? And I was just like,
I don't know
you
if I buy that either.
You can pull on these cheeks.
I don't know if I buy that either. I kind of feel like, again, it depends on the person, because I've had vastly different tastes from time to time. I once didn't deal with thicker girls, and then one day it was like, damn, she's thick, I'm gonna try to put my penis in her. I didn't like girls with short hair. Then it was, damn, she got short hair. I wonder if it's like palming a basketball. I'm kind of curious. Like, if I slap her on the back of the head during sex, would she get mad? Like, I'm curious. So I'm gonna try this now to see where this goes. It depends on the person.
And perspective, but perspective can change every day.
I will tell you.
No, you're right.
I have noticed that depending on the age that I was at, like in different periods of my life, I attract different type of dudes. And I think it was just because of my level of where I was at maturity wise, you know, because I definitely see a different type of men attracted to me now than were attracted to me when I was younger.
Hold on.
I think it's the titties.
Jacobi, get you a pair. Maybe Peter pay you some more attention.
I got some. Trust me. I was in bed just ironically drunk last night. I was in bed like taking cleavage shots like,
oh my God.
No, you were not.
Hey,
girl, like, I will forward you the photos. I was looking good.
Definitely do that.
I had my wig on and everything like.
Oh yeah, send them to me. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of curious. Only because, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. If anyone I know did a porno, I'm watching it. Don't let none of y'all tell me you did a porn. I'm gonna search it.
I will forward you my links.
And watching it.
I will forward you my links, Dex.
Okay, forward them to me.
Send it to me too, because I would.
Oh my God, y'all girls are freaks.
I want to see.
Oh my God.
And you wonder why you attract men like I used to be. Y'all are freaks. Listen, I used to like freaks. I'm saved now.
Your geriatric now.
But back to the thing though. Here's the thing. Like, I met this one girl on Plenty of Fish, right? Fun-loving girl, I loved her energy. She played video games. She was into anime and all that. And I tried to pursue her. And like the energies was always off. Like 1 minute we'd be talking for hours. Next minute it was nothing. And then I drove all the way from Austin to Tyler? Not Tyler, no, Taylor. It was south. Anyway, and I met her once. And I liked her and everything, but come to find out she had another man. And I guess, I don't know what it, long story short, she was playing games. I ain't with games. I play PlayStation. Don't mess with my time. So like, I just fucking deleted her. No, she deleted me and I blocked her.
This is why me and you get along, Pete.
And that made you a rebound. Even though y'all didn't have sex, she used you for your time. So
Amber preached that gospel, girl. Say it one more time.
You know, she used you for your time. Y'all ain't have sex, but she definitely used you for your time. And that made
the worst part about being used for a rebound is, in my personal opinion, or being a second choice. Most niggas is good with being side dudes. Like, if you tell me, hey, listen, I got a regular nigga, but I'm gonna keep you around for sex every now and again, I'm here for it. Because I don't gotta listen to none of your stories. I don't gotta buy you shit. I don't gotta rub your feet.
I don't have to pretend to give a fuck.
You get some of the sausage and you move on.
Yo, like seriously.
True. Very true.
My first house party in Fort Hood was a swingers party.
Did you swing?
Oh, I swung all right.
You whore.
Bro, the funny part was my homeboy picks me up from the barracks. He's like, hey, man, I'm having a house party. I'm like, all right. And then I get there and like all the women got rings on. I'm just like, bro, are these women
wedding rings?
Yeah.
Ew.
Jacobi, I would hope
all of a sudden now you have fucking morals, Jacobi.
Jacobi, first of all, right? And secondly, I would prefer the women to have on the wedding rings than penis rings.
I have always had morals. Thank you.
So like, I was just like, I was a bit confused because I didn't understand this whole thing. Like, I thought swingers parties was like couples, but they was there sans husbands, and I'm just like, okay.
That's like a common thing to see at swinger parties. It's like it varies.
Oh, so you know.
And then come to find out, the woman I started, messing with, her husband was in prison, and
so she was single.
I'm sorry, Jacobi. What were you saying?
Yeah, she was single.
I said she was single. If her husband's in prison, the judge broke them up. They ain't together.
Yeah.
He said it.
Hey, Pete, how would you feel if you come to find out in like another week or so that it wasn't necessarily a swingers party, but you were a buck and your homeboy sold you like a human slave to all the women at the party?
He's like me and like it was me, and like it was me and my other homeboy. Pete, another dude.
Pete, it was a Mandingo auction block, and you were what was sold. Your homeboy collected a couple of $100 and threw you to the wolves, so to speak.
Y'all making me cry.
And then the funny part was like, his wife at the time, she was down, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want that awkwardness. I mean, we the same company. I don't want that awkwardness. It was just weird, but.
What about you? See, that's fucked up, Pete. You're supposed to be a gentleman. You give her what she wants. If she wants dick, you give. Anyway, so look. With that being said, we're gonna move on. But before we do, let me just say this one quick thing. Earlier, Christy, you said that as you got older, you've noticed that the guys that have been attracted to you were different. Let me propose this: the guys that been looking at you weren't any different. Your perception is what changed. You stopped looking at the niggas that weren't up to your level because now you know what your worth is and you know what you're willing to accept. So you stopped seeing them. I'm fairly sure ain't shit guys still look at you and try to talk to you, but because your blinders are on, they don't even fucking exist in your eyes.
And I think it's the titties.
That's not necessarily it. It is my environment that I chose to be in at different age groups that exposed me to different people.
Your surroundings, yeah.
It's what I chose to surround with at that time, at that age where I was at.
But keep in mind though, age doesn't necessarily stop you from being a fuckboy. I know some 40-year-old ain't shit ass fuckboy niggas. So,
correct. But what I'm saying is that I chose my environment of where I was and where I surrounding myself, what entertainment I chose to surround myself in, and things like that. So,
but that's what I'm saying, because your perception changed. The type of guys that you saw change, because if you would have stayed in, going to the same clubs, hanging out with the same people, the same guys would have been hitting on you. You wouldn't have chose them, but they would have still been hitting on you. None of that shit would have changed.
Right, because my age now, I'm different with what I choose to surround myself with. So of course, yeah, I get it. If I'm in that environment, that's the type of dudes that would talk to me. But what I was saying is that basically, like, every age group for me or different parts of my life or whatever, I've just been exposed to different things because either I was in a different state and I did different things with different people that I met, or whatever the case may be. So that's just what I'm saying, is that now it's different. My location is different. Friends are different. Things are just different.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had a couple of these drinks now, and I'm kind of, I'm starting to question my life choices. So I'm going to try. We try to
say dick again. Dex, say dick again.
Lord have mercy.
Dick.
Lord have mercy.
So with that being said, so we've already established, fuckboys ain't shit, but they do serve a purpose. We've established that when you're with a fuckboy, you sometimes make other people, or you are sometimes the second choice. But then what happens when that person that you really want to be with decides, you know what, let's get together. But now you're so jaded from your previous relationship that you start treating them the way, I guess, you treated your ex, or the way your ex has kind of trained you to act. Not in like they trained you in a specific way, but say you had a guy that would do certain specific, very, very weird things that you kind of sound suspicious. So now instead of, now you're going through his phone, you're so used to that now because he acted suspicious that now you're doing that to your new boyfriend or your new girlfriend or whatever you're with at that point in time.
If I'm in a happy relationship, I'm not going through your phone, because what's the point? If I'm happy, I'm not going to mess that up.
I don't just mean going through your phone, though, because some people will have these little habits that you have. Sometimes it's subconscious.
Yeah.
I think the concept you're trying to get at is that treating the new person like the old person.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, if my ex cheated on me and I went through his phone and I found it, but if I'm in a relationship that I'm not questioning, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hurt myself.
Girl, let me tell you this, youngin'. I said the same shit when I was 24. And when you reach 34 and your heart been trampled on by Satan's hooves, girl, you're going to have a whole nother perspective. Trust me.
Jacobi says that because Jacobi picks the bad boys with the big dicks than the sweet boys with the small ones.
I do, girl. I do.
Why it gotta be sweet and little, though? Why it gotta be sweet and little? Dang.
So Amber, would you say that you go into the relationship open?
Yeah, definitely. And I think everybody should. Like, if you're going into something new, you got to be ready for it. And if you're going to be ready, you got to be open. You can't go in with the same perspective, the same mindset of because somebody hurt you.
Well, I know, Christy, because you're a mental health guru, I like to think. What would be, I think, your perspective and some guidance on someone leaving a bad situation, starting a new situation, not taking the trauma with them?
Baggage.
Yeah. So the baggage part, I always say you should never enter a new relationship that you want to have longevity with if you're not emotionally free from the past relationship. The trauma of it, the things that make you have now self-confidence issues, self-esteem issues. If you're not really free of all the hurt from that, I would not, and I mean all the hurt, just don't even entertain another relationship. You have to be honest with yourself.
Christy,
message.
I absolutely because there's nothing more aggravating than getting with someone and you're trying to do your best to keep them happy. And the things that, why are you home from work so late? I'm sorry. Oh, you must have been the other bitch. First of all, I work 5 minutes down the road and I got here in 5 minutes and 1 second. I'm So what did I fuck a bitch in a second in the driveway or something? Like what happened? I don't explain this to me.
It only takes a second. It only takes a second. And the way your shirt is so sweaty, you look like you just fucked a bitch in the driveway.
It was you, Jacobi. Everyone knows, okay? Shut up.
Yo, and I've been saying that you can't be in a relationship and have trust issues. Them shits don't fit. They don't fit.
It sounds silly, honestly, because some of my friends do it. They be like, oh, he probably with another bitch or he talking to somebody else. And I'm just like, girl, you sound silly. You sound stressed, honestly. And I don't want to be stressed in no relationship. I want to be happy. I like being happy.
You know what? I was in a bad relationship once, right? But what I learned, maybe 5 or 6 times, but what I learned, I was with a friend. A friend was visiting town and she was like, I was going through the trauma, right? And she was just like, she's in a very happy, successful relationship. And she was like, love and sex are not it. And you actually said this before too, Chrissy, and like, love is not enough. But my friend, that particular, her name is Louise. Shout out to Louise if you're watching, because she does watch us. But she said, you see the relationship I have with Dave. It's because we trust each other. Like I trust him, and I like it was trust and some other things that she named off, but none of it was love. She was like, love and sex are great. She was like, but that's not what can sustain a relationship. You have to trust each other, and it was something else that I can't totally recall. But in the concept of what you were just saying, Amber, like all that love and all those worrying about the shit that don't matter, there are bigger things that are really more important.
Yeah.
Down to that, Jacobi, for Amber as well as that. Jacobi, I think you and I, we've had this conversation before about love and relationship. I believe that when there's respect, there's honesty, understanding, then the love follows after that. Yeah, love does not automatically gives you respect. Love does not automatically gives you understanding and those things. It's when you have all those qualities together, that's when love is birthed in my eyes.
Right.
That is interesting you say that, because I wouldn't have thought of it that way, to be perfectly honest with you.
That's because you're a piece of shit.
Jesus, can I say what I was going to say, you filthy mouth whore? That plug, that was unintended, but it worked out. Here's what I mean by that, Jacobi. It means, it makes sense what she just said, but prior to this, my situation was, if I didn't love you, then there's not really much else there. We could have fun all day and I will treat you right, but I could respect you all day, but the only thing that means I'm going to do is just make sure that I don't cheat stupidly.
Well, you can say respect. I think what Christy's saying, or what I'm taking away from it, is respect is a whole nother. Like you said, I can respect you all day, but if you're cheating and things of that nature, you're not respecting her.
Well, no. What I think again, Chrissy, I might be paraphrased. I think tell me if I'm right or wrong. I feel like what Chrissy was saying was love is everything. It's not just one thing. You can't love someone and that's it. You have all of it makes love. Respect, trust, honesty. All of that is a combination. That's
What I took away from that was she was saying love is one thing, not everything. Let's not take away.
Let's ask Chrissy to clarify.
Yeah.
Hold on. So what I was saying was that you have to have respect, understanding, and all of those things together birth love. Not because you have love only, or you have love first and say, oh, I love you. If you don't respect someone, that's not showing love. If you're not understanding and you don't validate their feelings or respect what they're saying, that's not love either, right? Love is all of these things, but you have to have these things and truly authentically have it to have love. Dex, I'm sure, said he loved his wife, but was he being respectful when he did certain things? So that's not true, authentic, 100% love in my eyes. If you're not being respectful, understanding, and all of these other values and qualities and whatever else. That's my take on it. It doesn't have to be for everybody else.
And you're right. No, I'm sorry, go ahead, Pete.
So, all right, let me add on to that. So take the relationship as a plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna get the compost and the soil and whatnot, and that would be like the respect, the trust, the loyalty, and all that. Now, love is a seed. You start planting that love seed, you plant that seed, and the relationship grows. Now, you need to nurture that seed, that love. You need to nurture it with the trust, the commitment, you know. All that helps the plant grow, helps the relationship grow.
PDP, we
So
all
love,
knew
you have to work on it. That you need to work on that every day. That's not like a weekend thing or a holiday thing or a honeymoon thing.
That's right, boo-boo.
Hey,
That's
Pete,
right.
up to this point, we all knew that you were a philosopher, and none of us knew you were a botanist. Good job, buddy. Good job, gardener Pete.
Wait a minute.
Leave my boo-boo alone.
I want to ask a question. Do you love someone right off the bat that you're planting a seed, or do you meet someone, you're talking to them, and you're like, this person is loyal, this person has good qualities, this person is respectful, this person is honest? Like I don't think love right when I meet someone. I
never think love automatic. Love grows. I look for that moment that I'm like,
here, hold on. Can I interrupt that for a second?
Go ahead.
I get where you both are saying, but I'm gonna tell y'all a story. When I met my wife, and she can tell you guys this too. When I met my wife, the first day I met her, I was like, I didn't even really know. I'm like, I'm gonna marry you one of these days. We were 16. I was like, I'm gonna marry you. She was like, shut up, nigga. I was like, bet.
I know this story.
Game on, son. We lost each other for 10, 15 years. We have both been through a slew of relationship, and we just happened to bump back into each other because a friend of mine was like, Dex, you should call Kay. Now we're married. So I wouldn't say that love can't be figured out right from day one. It absolutely can, because I knew from that day, hey, we're getting married. Like, I'm putting a baby in you. We're getting married. This is gonna be a thing. She was like, no, you're not. I'm like, okay.
Dex, you say that about every bitch walking with a vagina. I'm gonna put a baby in you. We're gonna get married. You tried to say that to me, but I wouldn't let you have it.
It sounds like somebody's jealous. They didn't have a baby injected into them, from my opinion. That's what it sounds like to me.
So I get what you're saying, Dex. I think in my interpretation of it is that we're talking about like meeting someone and having a relationship rather quickly than later years in life, like your situation. I forgot too. I don't know.
Hey, so how do you feel about this, Amber? How do you feel about love?
I go into a relationship with love. I do. And it's not, I think it starts off as platonic and then it grows. So I do agree about love growing, but I do everything in love. But I also agree with Chrissy when she was saying that you can't have trust without love. So love is like a big umbrella and everything else just falls under.
You know what though? I just remember what I was gonna say. Here's the thing, right? A lot of the times you'll get into a relationship with someone when it comes to treating somebody like your ex, right? You'll find people that get into relationships. They've been treated like shit, but they said, you know what? I'm not going to let that affect my new relationship. This is going to be great. He going to treat me right. And then they treat that new person amazingly, and that new person fucks them over too. At the end of the day, if it happens multiple times and they're going into this like, yo, I'm going to treat this person right, eventually they get jaded and they start to treat, when they finally do get that one guy, it's kind of like, I don't trust this. I don't know what this is, but I don't trust it. So I can completely understand that sometimes people would go into these relationships and God damn it.
I just fucked him up. I just fucked Dex up.
Jacobi did. Jacobi sent me I'm sorry. Jacobi sent me a message, and I made the mistake of reading the message, and it was just so funny. I forgot what I was saying. You ain't shit, Jacobi.
But the people who go in like relationships from the jump with an open mind and open heart are more likely to get hurt. I do agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we can't blame when that happens for that person to treat the next like their ex, even though it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But someone can only get hurt so many times. And personally, I feel like if you get with someone that's been in that situation repeatedly and she's always given 100%, you kind of have to outweigh whether you can deal with that or not. For example, if I got with somebody and I knew what they've been through and they tell me this, then it's up to me to figure out, well, yes, I can deal with this and get over this rather than not. Because if I can't deal with it, then it's my job to just go and cut that off right then and there. But if I can't, I would have to understand that, listen, this person is going to be scarred. They're going to have they're going to be hurt about certain things. And rather than take that offensively and get mad that they don't trust me, I am going to have to understand and take it with a grain of salt. Hey, I understand you were worried why I took so long to get home. I apologize. I forgot to call when I got caught behind this car accident.
I got 27 kids. I can't keep up. I mean, I get it. I totally get it.
My excuses were flawless, Jacobi. Flawless, okay?
Let me tell you this. When I hear someone says, I always come up with the short end of the stick, I always get hurt, I always, those people to me don't have any accountability for their own situation.
Amen.
It's always, okay, where's your accountability in this? That's just my take on it.
Yeah, because you have to that reach to the point where you have to acknowledge that I'm attracting this. I'm attracting it, I'm allowing it, and it keeps happening. And the common denominator are my choices.
Correct.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. I have a friend. I don't know if she's watching this now. She might be. But I knew her from way back in the day. And she would do this thing where she would always complain that I found I keep getting these niggas who play me and treat me like shit. So me being the person I am, I was like, that's because you keep choosing ain't shit niggas. That's on you. Like, if you want to get a better person, put yourself in a better, like Chrystal said, put yourself in a better environment where you can attract the type of person you want. If you keep choosing these ain't shit guys, it says less about the guys and more about your choices. More about
what I would
as
say?
A person.
It works because I stopped. I like the last sugar daddy that I had. I made a choice to be like, I'm not eating at like a regular restaurant no more. I'm gonna go to this fine dining ass, expensive ass restaurant and sit at the bar and order a drink. And lo and behold, I met this multimillionaire who took care of my gay ass for a few years. So if you change your surroundings, bitch,
folks,
you never know what might happen.
How Jacobi became a bottom bitch.
All right.
Everyone has a price.
So hear me out on this.
And mine was around $500,000 a year. Anyway, keep going.
There you go.
I'll say this.
Bottom bitch for that too.
I'll say this. You're right. Changing your environment can help. Doesn't necessarily mean you won't find no ain't shit niggas.
Oh yeah, it was a few raggities. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was like 3 different dudes tried to talk to me before. I call him Granddaddy, and we're gonna say his real name because he's a businessman. I want to put his business out there, but I call him Granddaddy. But 3 different dudes tried to talk to me at the bar that night, and I had to weed. You got to weed through the raggedy ants, girl. You got to weed through.
I'm just saying, if you're changing your environment, you've already started the process because your mindset has now switched. If you know you have to change your environment.
Amen.
But
so did my bank account.
But I would like to say, do more than just change your environment. Changing your environment is one thing. Changing your perspective is another. Take the bad relationships, rather than taking them as an L, as a loss, take them as like learning experience, because that's what life is, a learning experience. You got with such and such, or such a who and who, and you learn that you don't like when they leave the toilet seat up, or you don't like when they don't call you after you call like 57 million times, or whatever it is your thing. You learn more so about yourself and what you're willing to put up with, what you're willing to accept, compromise, and so forth.
We're gonna end this forever. Thank you for joining us, Amber.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. We gotta do this again.
We absolutely will. Before you go, go ahead and you know what? I almost forgot. I got a little something that I found here that I think the world might need to see.
I know what you're finna do.
What is it?
This is a little video of our guest over here getting it in.
Oh yeah, I'm a dancer. Yeah. Okay. So anybody?
That is fire.
Yep. I post my dance videos. I just be having fun. I be traveling. I was in California when I did this at the Urban Lights. Yeah.
That's cool.
That is fire.
I like it.
Yeah, you gotta get out there somehow.
Traveling the world and dancing, sharing my experience. That's what I do on my podcast, promoting lifestyle, health, wellness, inspiring. That's me.
That's awesome.
Anyhow, so we're gonna get out of here. Check out Filthy Mouth Podcast. The links will be below. Go check out at that JacobiJones. That hopefully he brings back That's That Bullshit and the Queer and the Queen.
Okay.
We also got Miss Nice Nasty's Teapot and Nosy Neighbors. Oh, and she's also on TikTok. Please go check everyone out. Pete and myself have Bleak Ciphers where we get our geek on and talk about some animated shit. So
and please don't forget my brand, Alexander Benedict. The link will be in the.
Where my shoes at? So Pete, I just did a photo shoot with those shoes. You know, I got my shirts, my brand going on, and I was on the North Shore just 2 days ago in the sand. I'm gonna send you the pictures, Pete. They look so good. It's a picture of me where like the sole of the shoe is gold, and then you can see me laying in the back, and my shirt says "Don't forget to smile." It's a dope ass photo.
Gotta send it to us.
Jacobi's about to be a bougie bitch, so stay tuned for that as well. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.
All right, bye.